Hello everyone, HAZSTARS Reviews is here, and here we are, Kingdom Hearts 3. This is a series that I've played quite a bit of. Okay, I haven't played all the games, but I've played some of them. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't played 1, 2, Chain Memories or Birth by Sleep, in 358 days, but I've played Recode, Dream Drop Distance, and Unchained Key. But regardless, I am a huge fan of the series. You get to explore Disney worlds. What other games can do that? And like many people, I think I was pretty annoyed that they kept on skipping getting up to the third entry in the series. But still, at least some of the spin-offs had original worlds that we could visit. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 didn't have, say, Lilo and Stitch or Hunchback of Notre Dame in it. So, yeah, that was fine. But anyway, in the end, here we are. Kingdom Hearts 3 is here. It's been out for about a week or so now. And I've already beaten the game. Okay, I haven't got everything yet, but I've beaten the main story. And now, it's time I review it. So I'm going to do what I did with Smash Bros. Ultimate and just record myself playing the game, talking about it while you guys just watch the gameplay. So in the meantime, let's go get started. Let me turn up the sound for you. Yeah, so for loading screens, they do something very similar to what we see online now. Basically, it's posts on YouTube or Facebook, instead of hashtags, we get heart tags. Yeah, pretty cool. Cows. But, yeah, I won't lie, I think the loading times here are much longer than Dream Drop Distance, or even Unchained Key when explaining the updates they for updates. But anyway, you let me know in the comments if you think the loading times are longer here, because I don't know, it's a bit long for my taste. It's not Sonic 06 levels of loading times being long, but still, just saying. But anyway, let's begin. Sorry, Donald, or not. So anyway, this is actually the final level of the game, Skylar Highlands, but I'm not going to show you it, otherwise I'll just get straight into the final boss. So let's just move on to something, but let's get out of here. Let's go to the world map. So this, as you know, continues on the events of Dream Drop Distance and 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a Fragmentary Passage. Yeah, that's a really long title, but that was for the 2.8 compilation, a special for a story involving Aqua from Birth by Sleep. But anyway, so if you forget after what happened in Dream Drop Distance, Riku was promoted to being a Keyblade Master, but Xehanort, in an attempt to control Sora and make him one of these vessels, stripped him of all these powers that he had gained up until that point. Okay, not all of them, but the most crucial one that he was trying to learn through Master Yi and Sid during his Mark of Mastery exam in Dream Drop Distance, being the power of awakening. So, Sora is forced to try and get that power back, and through Master Yi and Sid's guidance, he and his two friends Donald and Goofy head over to Olympus, to the Hercules world Olympus, in hopes that speaking with Hercules might actually help him get his powers back. Seems fair enough. Meanwhile, while on that adventure, of course he doesn't learn straight away, but he is able to get some advice from Hercules into gaining his power back. Meanwhile, Riku and Mickey are trying to locate Aqua, former Keyblade Master Aqua, who Mickey last saw in the Realm of Darkness during 0.2 Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage. Again, I keep saying that. It's really long. and of course, who sacrificed herself to save Riku during the events of the original Kingdom Hearts, which we found out through 0.2. They hope to find her as she can reveal the whereabouts of the other two missing Keyblade wielders from Birth by Sleep, Ventus, who is actually connected to Sora in some regard, through the heart. If you don't know, just look that up. And Terra, who is possessed by Master Xehanort at the end of Birth by Sleep, which Mickey eventually realizes during this game. Also on Reclaim Keyblade Wielders, Sora is trying to revive Roxas. He's nobody who can also wield a Keyblade and was once a puppet of the Organization 13. And while that's going on, Kairi and Lee, the human form of Axel, are trying to become Keyblade wielders in case they can't find Terra, Aqua, and Ventus, so they can have 7 Guardians of Light to face Master Xehanort's 13 Darknesses, which are all part of the new Organization 13, currently consisting of Master Xehanort, his Heartless Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, Xemnas, his Xehanort's Nobody, Young Xehanort, a younger version of Xehanort who travelled through time. Don't ask. I mean, I don't mind time travel, but anyway. Zigbar, or otherwise known as Rake, who was Xehanort's best lackey, even from Birth by Sleep, when he helped him out in possessing Terra. And Syax, otherwise known as Isa, who was Lee's old friend, before they ended up becoming nobodies, and they drifted apart when Axel began falling off the bottom of Roxas. But, so, yeah, it's complicated, but you know what? Basically, it's Sora trying to regain his power and getting ready to face Xehanort. And, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So, I think the story is still pretty good. I mean, to be honest, I find it a lot more easier to explain this than, say, Kingdom Hearts 2, or even, say, with stuff like Chain of Memories and 2, and even perhaps 358, Dream Drop Distance. They're a lot harder to explain, pretty much. And even 0.2 to some regard, but yeah, it's handled well. The voice acting is still really good. Haley Joel Osment as Sora is as great as ever. David Allen as Riku, Jesse McCarthy as Roxas and Ventus. You got the returning Disney actors like Bill Farmer as Goofy. You've got James Woods returning as Hades, John Ratzenberger as Ham, Wallace Shawn as Rex. You've got some of the. There are plenty more over here. You've got other actors in it too. Current actors from Mickey and Donald, Scrooge McDuck. You've got the actor for Flynn Flynn Rider from Tangled. Pretty much all of the Big Hero 6 actors return, with the exception of one. And even the actors from Frozen all return as well. Even one of the original actors from Pirates of the Caribbean returns too. But not all of them return. But they were able to get some good sound alikes. Jim Hanks, who voices Woody, whenever Tom Hanks, his brother Tom, is unavailable, plays Woody in this, and he's really good. The actor for Buzz Lightyear is also really well, and same as the actors for Mike and Sully in the Monsters Inc. Well, I honestly thought they were the real deal. I thought the actor for Buzz was Tim Allen, and I thought the actor for Mike was Billy Crystal. John Good, the actor for Sully, isn't quite the same as John Goodman, but he's handled well. You've also got, I also forgot about the Winnie the Pooh. They've got pretty much all the actors returning for that, like the current ones, including Jim Cummings as Pooh and Tigger. However, I'm not a fan of Rabbit's new voice. I don't know, it just doesn't sound right to me. And as for some of the other characters, the other original characters, I mean, Quentin Flynn's good as Axel. I love Quentin Flynn, he's a great voice actor. Mark Hamill, makes a return in this, and as you know, I'm a huge Mark Hamill fan. However, Master Xehanort's new actor who replaces the late Leonard Nimoy, yeah. Well, the new Japanese actor, because the Japanese original actor for Xehanort passed away in the same year as Leonard Nimoy, is handled well. It's just the new English actor is a different story. He's not the best, with the exception at the end, the final cuts scene with Xehanort. Not going to say what happens, but anyway, yeah. So, with that out of the way, let's explore the Disney worlds. And let me show you off how the graphics will look. So first off, we have Olympus, the Hercules world, which returns, of course, which has been in all the games with the exception of Dream Drop Distance. And in each main series, and for mostly each game, they at least add something new to it. Of course, in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories, it was just really Colosseum. KH2 had you also go around Hades' underworld. In Birthplace, in 358 Days Over 2, it's the same as 1. Same as Coded, but that was actually restyled in the form of an RPG in regular old RPG style. And in Birth by Sleep, you could explore a little bit of the town, which was fine. But in the meantime, in this, it's a lot more grander, as you can see right here. This time you can explore the town of Thebes. You can go up Mount Olympus, and of course visit Olympus itself.
Well, hey there, members. I gotta say, it was great to have you back.
And just look at this. We can actually explore the town. There are actually civilians around the town. That's also good. And one must agree, and I agree too, the graphics look amazing. This is one of the best looking video games I've ever seen, by far.
Let's see.
And what I'm showing off here is a hidden emblem, of which are Mickey heads, as you know. I'm pretty sure you all know what Mickey looks like.
Let's see.
I'm going to see if maybe I have to climb up here. Now they're scattered all around the kingdom, all around each of the worlds, and you have to find every one of them. I found every one in 100 Acre Wood, which I'll explain why I was able to find every one of them. But, yeah, so I'll explain why I found all of them first. But now, so yeah, I can try and get that way, honestly, yeah. I have to wait. And they've got, it's pretty much, now for the size of each world, it's like you actually are exploring a full-on Disney World, and with people around it, it's not like you're really, it's actually more sort of, it actually feels a little more like you're in the world, you're actually interacting with it. Because, as you know, in the previous games, you really just had, it was just a... It just felt like you were the only few people, with the exception of some NPCs, so... Of course, not all the characters from each world return. I mean, most of the ones from Hercules do, but well, there's no real lines with Phil, and Pain and Panic don't appear in it. But yeah, let's just go get James Woods' Hades, which I always do like. But anyway, let's just get on with the rest of this. it's for Olympus, I think it's actually a good world to start everything off with. It's got a lot of good, it's got good graphics and I enjoy it. It looks really grand, and when you start off the game, you fly off with each. Here we go. So, yeah, so I finally got a lucky emblem, which you can see right here. Gotta get. So, I'll start getting more of them later, but anyway. I can also show off this. This is the classic King, which was actually introduced to being drink in which was introduced at an event for Union Cross players. I didn't attend it, but you can actually play 5 of these games to unlock a special Keyblade, which is a Starlight Keyblade, which is the main one from Untrained Key. I'll just show at least one of the games. So this is the Carnival Kid mini game. It's fine. I thought it's pretty cool. Oh, great. Yeah, I made a mistake there, but okay. So the aim of this one is that you have to give the right orders to the right customer, which, it's alright. I found a lot more tricky to deal with one. By completing each level, you get Mickey, you finish off with Mickey. Just present with your. It's overall a cool game anyway, I think. This is a fine one. There are a lot of better ones though, honestly. I think I'm doing okay with this. I stopped playing these mini games after I stopped playing after I finally got the code for the Starlight Keyblade, honestly. So, but overall, I still think it's fine. Stop it soon and get back to the main action and show off the other worlds, but it's not your first. Well. So as you can see, this is a priest. Devote some time to it, I think, honestly. It's a little. It's a distraction, but. So anyway, just continue on. So as you can see, unlike other Kingdom Hearts games, you actually get to have more party members on your side. You don't have to switch out Donald or Goofy for the Disney character from that world, they actually join you. Which is a good thing, because when we get to some other worlds, you'll understand why. But anyway, let's just continue on to the next world, shall we? So overall, I think Olympus is a fine world. I mean, I could probably explore maybe, if you want, I can just briefly show off Mount. I can just maybe briefly show off Mount Olympus and the other areas. Yeah, I'll show off. So this is Mount Olympus, which was the first area that we were pretty much shown of of the Hercules world. And this was a good way to show off the size of the country. Oh yeah, Darl and Goofy often chime in whenever they feel like it. I guess I'll show you a bit of a fight with these guys. So in each world, Sora can actually Alright, so I'll show you off this. This is the attraction flow. Sora can call upon different Disney attractions depending on the area that he's in each world. And this is the pirate ship one. I think it's alright. I find some of the other ones better. When he's ready to finish, you just press right and does something like just does a special attack like that. I should probably show up the Hercules Keyblade. So for Hercules, you get the Hero's Origin Keyblade. And yep, there it is. I'm just going to head back into Thebes and then show you a bit of Olympus. Then we'll move on to the next world. So yeah, hold up. I gotta give major credit to Yoko Shimomura's music. It's a really great soundtrack. So yeah, we'll move on to. So I'll show you a bit of Olympus. We'll go to. Yeah, let's go to the realm. Let's go to the. Yeah, we'll go here. You know, we'll go to the side. Then I'll show you a bit of tutorials. So hold up. What are we nearly there? So now while we're here, I guess I might as well talk. So let's walk up to. Now, since Thebes was crowded with people, you would think that Olympus would be crowded with gods. Not so much. You only see Zeus up here, so it's a bit of a spoiler. But you can't get everything that you want. But honestly, I think this is where it looks beautiful, Olympus. I mean, we're finally up here, and it's good to finally see Zeus. But anyway, this is it. It's brilliant besides, you know. You can also talk to your party members, which I'll maybe show off some other time. Show off some of the other worlds. But we should probably get going. Oh yeah, I'll get to the save point. That's where we'll find it. We'll be able to do so. So Sora actually starts off in his Kingdom Hearts 2 attire when you first enter Olympus, but when you reach the next world, you get into his new outfit, which is where we're in right now. Kind of strange outfits though. Yeah, I'll just skip this battle. We'll explore the other worlds soon. So yeah, hold up. Yeah. Alright, I guess I should show off the other Keyblade. So this is Sora's default weapon, the Kingdom Key. I'm not going to show off Darl and Goofy's attire, weapons. I haven't unlocked them all, so yeah. But anyway, let's just move on. We're wasting a bit of time with Hercules. So yeah, we're on to, so after leaving Olympus, we go to the returning Twilight Town. And And Twilight Town actually has quite a bit of things to do here. Okay, first off, Twilight Town is extremely smaller compared to what it was in KH2. I mean, you can't explore. You get a few new areas like the sewer system, but you don't get to go to Haino Pensionnel, that's the original hiding spot. And you also don't get to go to the train station, nor do you get to go to the what's that game name? Oh, you also don't get to go to the clock tower. Now, one thing I want to say is I'm not sure whether you can actually explore the mysterious tower, which is where Master Yi and Sid lives. I mean, it was shown in trailers, but I'm not sure if it is in the actual game because I haven't seen it. So this is Twilight Town, and there's a lot of people around here, and they spout out some cool stuff too. But anyway, this is the Twilight Town Keyblade, Shooting Star. Pretty cool. This feature over here is actually owned by Scrooge McDuck, which and I'll tell you what exactly is going on there. And as you can see, I'm collecting some fruit. Wanna know why? Well, after a bit of a brief glimpse of the valley here, I'll show you what's going on. Twilight Town's got to be one of my favorites. That's some of my favorite music in this world, in the game. I just love Twilight Town. So I'll just place these guys, then we'll also show. Yeah. Alright, let's go now. Alright, so now I'll show you off. I guess I can show you off one. I was planning to show this off this one part a little while later, but since I'm here, I might as well just do it anyway. Well, both parts. So there are two central mini games here. Okay, you first find out about the Classic Kingdom here and the Lucky Emblems. But first things first, this is the cooking mini game. If you guess it, Remy from Ratatouille, or as he's known as here, Little Chef, which was Linguini's main friend. So I'll do a bit of cooking with Remy, just show you a little bit of it. Then move on to the next part. Now I will say this minigame can be a little bit stressful if you're trying to get everything done. I'm not going to show you each and every cook, but I'll show you some. Let's start with a traditional meal of ratatouille. I'm going to cook two of these. So for this one you have to well, that's simple. I don't mind a chopping mini game. There are four types of mini games for this. You got the chopping mini game, you got chopping, breaking eggs, frying, and you've got pepper shaking. I'm okay with the chopping and pepper ones. The eggs in the fry pan are a little bit of another story. It took me a while to finally get all these and get the keyblade for this, which, as I said, which I'll show you as soon as I'm done here. Alright, let's move on to. So I'll just quickly. So I'm just going to leave this, and we'll quickly show. And I'll quickly then show off the keyblade for Ratatouille, and we'll explore the next Disney World. Well, okay, this is actually one of the later worlds you unlock, but I'm here, so I'll show you it. And I might as well get it over and done with because this is perhaps my least favorite world in the game. I mean, it still looks fine, but I would have liked it to be a little bit. It's not big compared to everything. It's a massive letdown for what it is. And considering how great it's been in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I would have liked it to be just close to that. So anyway, this is this is Sora's keyblade from Rat. Oh, this is first the Starlight keyblade that unlocked through Union Cross. But this is the Ratatouille Keyblade. Grand Chef. I'm just going to say this, I think it was a good idea to make the game, the Ratatouille a mini game for this, as I don't think it would have worked as a full-on world. But anyway, so this is so we're back to 100 Acre Wood from Winnie the Pooh. And I'm just going to say this, as I said, I think this is my least favorite world in it. I mean, I grew up with the Winnie the Pooh stuff as a kid. And while I think the music is still good and the graphics look fine, in previous Winnie the Pooh worlds you get to just walk around the book to different locations. Here, you only explore one, and that's Rabbit's Garden. And, oh man, I would have liked to actually explore more of the 100 Acre Wood. Not just Rabbit's Garden. Even then, not all the characters are here. Okay, you got Regulus, Pooh, Rabbit, Tigger, and Piglet. Gopher's in this, so is Roo, and even Lumpy from Pooh's Heffalump movie is here. So, but anyway, much like all 100 Acre Wood, other 100 Acre Wood games, 100 Acre Wood level worlds in the other games, you do mini games. But anyway, first off, so this is the 100 Acre Wood Keyblade, Honey Spellers. But anyway, there's only one type of mini game in this 100 Acre Wood, and it's used for 3 different occasions. So in the 100 Acre Wood, it's mostly similar to a Winnie the Pooh episode for one of the shows, and basically it's Tetris, or Puyo Puyo, whatever it is. I think it's Tetris, honestly, to me. And you have to do this. Just hit many different fruits, vegetables, or you have to use. You basically have to, yeah, it's pretty much Tetris, as you can see, or something like that. Just remind me of that. And basically you have to rabbit, harvest fruits, vegetables, and flowers. Each for a different minigame. So this is the fruit one. And for each one, you get a different support character. So for vegetables, you get Tigger. For fruits, you get Lumpy, as you can see right here. And for flowers, you get Gopher. And as I said, I would have liked a bit more originality. I think from what I've seen of Kingdom Hearts 2, they have the best mini games, not to mention the best 100 Acre Wood world. Why can't I explore Tigger's house? Why can't I explore Pooh's house? Why can't I see some stuff from some of the other movies and TV shows? I would have loved to explore it. I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 2, you can actually visit the Skull Cave from Pooh's Grand Adventure. Why can't I explore that again? Why can't I explore some of the places from some of the other movies, like Piglet's big movie, the Tigger movie, even Heffalump Polo from Pooh's Heffalump movie? I would have loved to explore these locations, but I'm only restricted to Rabbit's house. I can't even go in the house, I just explore his garden. So yeah, once I'm done with this, I'll move on to the other worlds. But yeah, this is the... Honestly, I think that the country theme music for this isn't really my favourite here too. As you can see, I'm just really playing this for the sake of it. I've pretty much done everything I need to do in 100 Acre Wood. But as I said to you, I'm sorry I'm angry at this, because I know it's impossible not to hate Winnie the Pooh, but I just don't like how this world is and how it's handled as a world here in Kingdom Hearts 3. I expect something grander, not just limited to this. So, hold up, I'm nearly done and I'll move on to the other worlds, I promise. And don't say in the comments I should have gone for other areas of this, I should have done better at this, because I'm mostly just playing it just to show you it off. Now I'm not showing off the other stuff, because as I said, the other minigames are the same as this. There's no variety, it's just this with different scenarios. Alright. And as I said to you before, I'm not a big fan of Rabbit's new actor for the newer stuff. I miss Ken Sampson as Rabbit. He was the best. But this new voice actor for Rabbit, just going to take a while to get used to, because this seems too strange to me. Hold up, nearly there. And this is pretty much it. Alright. Not sure if I got a high score, maybe I did, who cares. We're finally done. Yeah, great, thank you. Oh yeah, and you get the fruits and vegetables and fruits and vegetables you pick out from here for the Ratatouille minigame. So that's cool, I guess, but really as I said, this is just 100 Acre Wood. I want to explore more of it. As I said, it was a huge part of my childhood Winnie the Pooh. But anyway, let's move on. As soon as this loading screen's done. At least they still spell like the spelling's still the same as is in Winnie the Pooh. So that's something. I forgot comics somehow. Anyway, let's move on. I should also mention with the Ratatouille minigame, in each world you can visit the bistro and just do the minigame there from the save point. So that's fine, I guess. But anyway, we'll move on to the next world. Okay, this is actually not the world I went to after Twilight Town, but might as well go to it anyway, because it is technically was technically revealed first. That was the next, well actually not revealed first, it was the next world, Disney World revealed. I love hearing all the townspeople speak, that's really good. So let's move on. Time to visit the next world on our list, which is Kingdom of Corona from Tangled. So this was revealed in 2015, and at first it only showed Rapunzel's tower, which is where we're going to go to first, but in the 2018 February trailer they showed off pretty much most of the rest of the world, except for the town, but you know, let's go visit it. But I'm not going to show you all of it, we've been here for some time. But I'm not going to waste my time with all of the worlds. No. Anyway, so I will do sort of activities in the worlds, okay? That's all I'll say. Okay, not all the activities, I mean, let's just continue on. Sorry I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, this is Kingdom of Corona. And I'll show you off the key flag while I'm here anyway. So as you can see, here we've got Flynn Rider, aka Eugene Fitzherbert in the party. However, during the main story for this, you get Rapunzel in your party as well. And I would have liked to still play as Rapunzel during the when you get to revisit the world, but I guess it makes sense because I mean she could still fight even without her hair. Give her a frying pan. But anyway, let's just get on to it. So this is the Ever After Keyblade. And we are here in Kingdom. And there's the tower. Still as big and daunting as ever. So I can't actually enter inside, even though there's cutscenes inside. Sort of actually. But anyway, I'm going to show you a little bit of the forest while I'm here. So I just want to confirm something for myself, honestly. So I just want to first confirm something on here, then I'll show you another Kingdom of Corona. As I said, I really enjoyed the soundtrack. So, yeah, so in this world, both Flynn Rider and Rapunzel are playable, and yeah, I gotta give credit to that. But as I said, I would still like to have Rapunzel in my party even after she loses her hair. And yeah, if for that case, you actually get 5 party members in this game. Up to 5 members can join you in a world, which is great. I'm taking out a bit of things. So here's a little bit of fight. And there's the Keyblade in action. So the Heartless and all the enemy designs are pretty good. There are new variants of Heartless, Nobodies, and Unversed. The Dream Meat is also appearing, which I'll show you later. But anyway, this is actually a special ability that you use for the Keyblades. They can transform into different styles. But for the Tangle Keyblade, you get this, which is a staff. And you also get to do grand finishes, much like the attraction floats. And let's show off. This is the Ever After staff. Can you show off all the enemies? But I guess not. And this is a special ability you get to do with Donald. Music's pretty good here too, though, mate. Let's see. This is the flow motion mechanic returning from Dreamfall Distance. So, yeah, let's head back to the campsite and I'll head to the town where Rapunzel is. Then I'll finally move on to the next few worlds. I'm not going to do every minigame here, honestly. I just want to show off some stuff. So in each world you get, there are unique features to it. I mean, we'll see some of them, not all of them, but let's just get on with it. So here's the kingdom. Still... Yeah, it's goofy, I know. And there's some ingredients right over there. Let's just hit them. Pumpkin. Cool. And here's the princess, the lost princess herself, Rapunzel. You can still, she's still here, and you get to dance with her a bit.
Sora, how about another dance? I'm so glad you came to visit.
Now, there's not many more replacing her role, though. Which is unfortunate. I mean, she was in the original Kingdom Hearts as Era from Final Fantasy. But yeah, you can't always get what you want. Let's go to a world map and explore the next world, which I was more than excited to finally explore, which you guessed it, is of course Toy Story, the Toy Box world. And this was the world that introduced the 5-party mechanic, and who better to have on his side than Woody and Buzz Lightyear. And of course, you start off in Andy's house. This actually is an original story. You get to this takes place after Toy Story 2 and before Toy Story 3, where Andy, his mom, his sister Molly, and most of the other toys have disappeared without a trace. Sora walks in and strikes an alliance with Woody and Buzz, so Buzz is still is a little skeptical about Sora at the start. So they travel. Upon hearing that a member of the organization has been snooping around here, they head over to Galaxy Toys, a new location in this that has never been. So they can learn more about what's going on. And there they are, Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
Thanks again for helping me get my friends home safe and sound.
And you're hearing an instrumental version of You Got a Friend in Me.
Sora, Donald, Goofy, always a pleasure.
So in this world they are toys, which makes sense. I mean, they had to be. They're action figures, and if you got a bonus edition from Amazon, you could actually get action figures of their toy variants. And in this world, they're mostly they're toys based off video game characters, which makes sense. But in the end, Sora's mistaken for Riku in this world, in a way. Well, for Riku's design. And he's actually called Yozora. But anyway, here are Woody and Buzz. Oh, right, forgot. I'll have to... No, don't worry. Woody and Buzz are flying alongside you. Buzz with his laser, and Woody throwing around his pull string. That's actually one thing in this world. Buzz's laser actually works in this, which you find out for a reason. But anyway, let's move on to... So this is a photo, which I can not only take photos with for the lucky emblems, but you also can take photos of your friends. See, there's Buzz posing. I'm not going to take it, I've already taken the photo. But anyway, I'm going to show you the Toy Story Heat Lake. Favorite Deputy. A good name for it. I love hearing You've Got a Friend in Me. So timeless. I'm not gonna fight yet. We gotta get going. I'll show you a bit of Galaxy toys. And of course, for the Pixar world, you do of course see the Pizza Planet truck. And in this world, it's right outside. It's right outside the parking lot for Galaxy toys, which I'll show off. Oh, so good to hear that theme. Honestly, I could listen to You've Got a Friend in Me remix all day if I wanted to. This is one of my old favourite tracks. Yoko Shimomura, you were a genius of remixing this classic tune. So anyway, this is as you can see, there's a Pizza Planet truck. So one special thing in the Toy Box world is that you can actually enter some mechs, which I'll show off right here after I fight this Partless. These are the Toy Box from Partless, which are all toys. That's cool. But anyway, let's get into a mech. And we'll fight off the rest. So let's fight. So for each mech, they each get to do something different. There are 3 variants, blue, purple, and red. And for this one, you get to use exploders. And it's all free fun. I mean, who would want to like to control a toy mech? Take this here. Alright, so I'll just face the mechs and we'll move on to the next world. So, as I said, this world has its own original story instead of following the movie. There are 2 other worlds that do that, which we will get to soon. But we're just going to switch into another mech. So here's the purple mech. And this one can use cannons. Take that. And for this world, a special attack you get to do with Woody and Buzz is actually they get to ride on the rocket they were strapped on in the first Toy Story. Which is all fun. I love the original Toy Story. I honestly think that's the best one. I mean, maybe I'll do a retrospective of the Toy Story movies one day, but you now know that my favorite Toy Story movie is the first one. Oh, sorry, Buzz, Woody. Yeah, the party members of course will die at some point. Oh, come on, I didn't want to get in the blue one again, I want to get in the red one. Yep, there we go, finally. So for this one you get to tackle. Cool. This world games transforms a toy as it's still a mind. Makes me feel like I'm actually so. I mean, in many different Kingdom Hearts worlds, Sora changes his appearance to fit in that respective world. Like in Atlantica from the Little Mermaid, he turns into a mermaid. And for Pride Lands from the Lion King, he turns into a lion cub. So, but it's cool to be a toy. This is probably a great. I can only imagine what will happen in some other worlds. Like, if there's ever a Princess in the Frog world, I would love to see Sora as a frog. Not to mention, then there's the. Not to mention how cool it would be to see Sora style from as a Star Wars alien. That would be cool. Woody's leveled up. That's cool. Time to reject. So this is the Toy Story Keyblade transformation Hyper Hammer. This actually has two transformations. One you get to unlock after defeating enough enemies. Well, not say unlock, but oh yeah, here comes another. Oh, this is Goofy's one of Goofy's special attacks. And for another attraction flow, this is the thing from Splash Mountain. This is the Splash Mountain one. The Splash one. This is pretty cool. You also get there's this attraction flow based off Buzz Lightyear, Astro Blasters, the Mad Teacup Pie from Alice in Wonderland, and there are a few others as well. I think there's the merry-go-round and the Big Thunder Railroad ride. Is that it? Oh, come on. I guess we're nearly done, I hope. So get some money and health. The reason why it's MUNNE spelled MUNNE is probably due to Winnie the Pooh. I don't know. With how it spells tiny. Probably making a joke on that. Is that it? Yes. Alright, we're done here. Well, if you didn't notice, the Keyblade for this actually has one of the little green men on it. That's a nice touch. But anyway, we're done with this in Toy Box. Let's go to the next world. Just want to first check out if this is all going up. Yeah, still going fine. Alright, next world we're going to visit, of course, is... That wasn't the only Pixar world we get. Okay, we got Ratatouille, that was a minigame, but... The next one is Monstropolis from Monsters, Inc. I love... And this, of course, is an original story. I mean, pretty much where the Unversed have invaded Monsters, Inc. and are scaring Boo on a special play that she's having with Mike and Sully. So Sora joins them in stopping in keeping Boo safe. And much like Toy Story, Mike and Sully with Woody and Buzz, you get to explore the Monsters Inc. world with Mike and Sully. And you get to explore the whole almost the whole factory of Monstropolis, which is a huge world. And okay, you don't get to explore the locker room, which is a bit of a bummer, but everything else is cool. Get to explore a bit of the rooftops. And oh yeah, Toy Story's world was also pretty good as well. I love it. So this is Mike and Sully, and we're going to see a little bit of it. Not all of it, let's just have a bit of fun. There's the mouthful. And of course, since you're in a Monsters Inc. world, oh yeah, First off, the Keyblade. Happy here. Randall invades the factory in this, you get to face him in this. Okay, just see him mostly and stop his shenanigans. And of course, much like the climax of the original Monsters Inc., you get to have a go around the door vault, which is fine by me. The music here is also pretty good. I love being able to explore, see the door, go on the door vault. It's so cool. I mean, Monsters Inc. has probably got one of my favorite anime movie climaxes. It just takes so much advantage of this concept of what's going on. Take these things with my Monsters Inc. Well, Mike and Sully also fire. And for Monsters Inc. you get the Agile Claws transformation. You also get Twin Yo-Yos, which is the second transformation. If you wonder where the pizza plant truck is, I won't spoil it. Okay, it's a photograph on the deck in one of the desks in the last floor, but you'll find it. And here's the Twin Yo-Yos. The special attack for this involves them scaring or laughing the enemies to death, like you can see. Hang on. So Scream Strike involves Mike, Sully, Sora, Dom, Goofy scaring their opponents while fake. Oh. Yeah, so that's cool. But anyway, yeah, sorry about that, that's fine. Hopefully someone else can get it. But anyway, we'll move on to another world. Next up is finally, next up we get to explore the one and only Arendelle from Frozen. I'm not a fan of Frozen, honestly, so I was the least excited to see this world show up. But I was probably going to show up anyway. I'm not going to show up all of it because I think Arendelle is one of my least favorite because, well, it's just snow. And there's nothing really to it. There's no NPCs, there's no distinguishing factors about it. It's just a snowy mountain. And for a party member, you get Marshmallow. Yeah, for Elsa's bodyguard. There are mini games in this, but I'm not going to show them off. I'm sort of mixed on this, honestly. So yeah, that's with me, honestly. But so I swear this is the loading times are my biggest complaint with this, honestly. And well, since it's a Frozen world, yeah, you get to hear, you hear Let It Go in this, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the song either. You do get to hear Do You Want to Build a Snowman, which I sort of have grown a little bit, which I have sort of grown a bit attached to, honestly. So yeah, I'm okay with that song, but this is pretty much what it is. This is the Frozen world. And there's Marshmallow. It's just a snowy mountain. There's not much I can say for this. You do get a sledding mini game, which is cool. But yeah, just talk with Elsa for a bit.
I'll show you the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the sledding mini game. Just said, I'm kind of going on a little bit too long with this anyway. I'm not going to, as I said, I'm not going to explore it. I think you get the basic idea of what Arendelle's about. It's not one of my favourite worlds. Next up is they're returning the Caribbean from Pirates of the Caribbean. This one's set at World's End instead of the second movie, which I think was Dead Man's Chest. Or whatever the second movie was called. But anyway, I know it sounds like a bit of a skip because the first movie in Kingdom Hearts 2 it was Curse of the Black Pearl, and now it's suddenly the third movie at World's End. But you know what? It's alright. I don't mind that they skipped ahead. To be honest, I think they had to. But anyway, here we go at Pirates, and of course in Pirates of the Caribbean, you get to explore you get to be party up with Jack Sparrow. And for this one, you get to actually control your own ship and explore many different islands, including the returning Port Royal. It's a great, there's a lot of freedom with this world, and I've got to give massive credit for that. So, and this was probably one of the bigger worlds in terms of size, probably right up there with okay, I guess I can say Arendelle and maybe an Olympus. Oh yeah, and also Toy Box in terms of how big Galaxy Toys is. But yeah, this is we're about to see the Caribbean and see Jack Sparrow. And I'll show you a bit of the ship combat in this. Just going to briefly control it and head on back. Nearly there. So here we are. Here's the Pirates of the Caribbean world. There's Mr. Gibbs. So yeah, pretty cool. And there's Jack. And here's the ship. Pretty cool. Sora gets control, which is all fine by me. And of course, you get to explore many different islands and find treasure around. It depends what you can actually find. Okay, cool. Once again, this video is going to be too long, so I'm not going to explore each and every world here. Sort of, like, for this world, I mean, I would love to show you some of the stuff in this. I mean, there's so much you can find here, but I'd much rather not. I don't want to waste everyone's time. But, oh yeah, and Sora, I forgot Monstropolis Sora turns into a monster. And this Sora actually gets a full-on Pirate's outfit, which is cool. And finally, we get the last Disney World, even though it was technically the third Disney World revealed, but we only got a screenshot or a concept art of what it would be. It is San Francisco from Big Hero 6. And that one's the other game that has an original level, that has an original story, where Sora has to help reprogram the original Baymax after it's gone broke. And of course, you get to fight on, and you're playing as the second Baymax. That's cool. I haven't watched Big Hero 6, I mean, I heard it's good, and I know people are disappointed that there was no Marvel movies in this. Well, this is actually technically a Marvel property, so yeah, Marvel was technically in this, so we've got Pixar and Marvel. Cool. So as I said, most of the Big Hero 6 original cast returns, with the exception of one of the heroes. But I forget who it is. But he's replaced by the person that does his voice for the TV show. So yeah.
Hey, Sora. Heading into the city?
So yeah, Sora gets a bit of a head gauge for this, so that's cool. So we're just going to briefly see a bit of the city and head off. I'm not going to show off the gummy ship, unfortunately. Okay, maybe I'll show a bit of the design of the ship, but yeah, cool. This is a pretty cool world, honestly. I think Big Hero 6 is a decently sized world, probably on the same level as, say. So there's Baymax. Okay, Baymax 2.0 I should call him. And there are NPCs in this too. I mean, look at all the cars going around. People driving them, that's all cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, Europe. Anyway. I should mention you have to unlock the maps for each world, which is a bummer, but yeah. It's alright. Not so bad. I'm not gonna explore it. Sorry. And finally, the last world you get to fully explore, okay, is the semi-final. Okay, there is another world called the final world, which is basically where Sora is sent to up from HAZSTARS. But, yeah, can't really get to that, I think, anymore. But anyway, the final main world in this, not including Scarlet Island. Oh yeah, I should probably show off the dummy ship. I just bought that, honestly. But, yeah, I'm not gonna go around here. And finally, the final major world, I should say, is the Keyblade Graveyard. Which is... So yeah, I'll show you a little bit of where... So let's just see a little bit of what it's like. Then, I guess it's time I call it... Okay, there are cutscenes in it. There is cutscenes in Destiny Island's Radiant Garden, and as I said, Mysterious Tower. And also a few... You get to have a few battles in the Realm of Darkness. But that's really about it. There are also links, which are basically summons, where Sora can call upon some allies to help fight do special attacks. Like you got the Dream Eaters from Dream Drop Distance, Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph, Simba from The Lion King, Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So I'll just show you the names of them. Meow Balloon from Meow the Dream Eater, 8-Bit Blast for Wreck-It Ralph, Kingslayer for Simba, Sea Spectacle for Ariel, and Plasma Encounter for Stitch. So yeah, I'm not going to really delve into Keyblade Graveyard. But, well, yeah, this is it. This is Kingdom Hearts 3. It's a grand game. Oh yeah, there's Kingdom Hearts. I'm not gonna do spoil territory here. I will say this, you do fight pretty much all of Organization 13 here, with the exception of Master Xehanort, who find Scarlet Island. But hey, yeah, this is it. This is all the worlds for Kingdom Hearts 3. And, oh yeah, I should probably have gone through all the Keyblades. So this is the Crystal Snow from Frozen, Nano Gear from Big Hero 6, and Wheel of Faith from Pirates of the Caribbean. Show you each of them. Crystal Snow, Nano Gear, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So now, I guess might as well head back to Scarlet Island. Just technically part of the Keyblade Graveyard. But in the end, I gotta say this is one of the greatest video games I've ever played. It's got a great soundtrack, great battle system, which I really enjoyed. Great worlds, okay, most of them. Amazing graphics, some amazing music, and definitely one of the most emotional video game endings I've ever had. I'm saying that I actually did cry at the end of this game. And so, that is Kingdom Hearts 3. Again, we all waited for, and you know what, it still managed to win. And so, that concludes my review. It may have not been I honestly feel like this is maybe perhaps my longest review, but what can you do about it? I know I'm wearing a Mario Kart shirt, but who cares, it's video games, I don't care. But anyway, that's it. That's Kingdom Hearts 3. And so, HAZSTARS Reviews is out, and I'll see you for my next review. I leave you with the opening, the menu theme. Sayonara. Actually, I should say my next review. I'm thinking I'll see what I do next, honestly, but I have got plans of reviewing. Okay, doing a re-review on something I did in the past, which unfortunately got taken down. And I'm pretty sure for you long-time fans of my channel, you will know what it is. In the meantime, HAZSTARS Reviews is out.